Welcome back to Coding Club. Now we are going to do CSS, pure CSS, those three methods that I've talked about there. I'm going to open my VS Code. You should have a VS Code in your for you to be able to tackle this. Uh, uh, I'm going to create a new document which is called HTML.css, like that. I'll say introduction to inline, and down here I'm going to create a h1, not like that, just put h like that, and I'll say welcome to Coders Corner. Welcome to Coders Corner. And the inline should be done here. It should be inserted in between this element. I'll say style like that. I can use color, and I'll use color brown like that. So that is one inline that has been applied in the element h1. I'll do a p tag. I'll do a p tag like that. This is a paragraph. It's a paragraph showing how we use inline CSS, which is applied on the same HTML page, and the CSS code is put inside what? Inside the element, like that. So I'm going to add the CSS here, and I'd say font size. No, I have to start with style. Style equals font size. We are declaring font size. I'll put 30 pixel and save my work. Let's test and see if it is working. And you can see how it is behaving. It is working for us. That is it. So that is one type of CSS done. I hope you understand, because I had given a presentation. You have first of all to go through the presentation before proceeding to the next thing. Now let me go to the next one. The next one we'll call it. I'll open a new page here. Inside here, I'll create a new page. I will call it internal. I'll just call it internal dot HTML like that. I'll add the normal things that you have always done. At the title there, I'll say internal CSS. Then inside here, I'm going to add several elements. Let me already start with head. I'll start with head 3. Heading 3. This is a heading. This is a heading. in bracket, heading 3 like that. I'll leave it there because I'll go up here and put our CS to style that H3. I'll also add a P tag also, as we have always done. Say welcome to Coders Corner. Here we are going to show internal CSS and how it is used. So I'll go up here, give it a space, and start our style like that, and the style has been crossed. So the first thing that we want, the first element that we want to style is H. So we say H3 because it is H3. Opening and curly bracket like that, we open. I want to give it a property color of let's try this color. Like that. I want also to put a font size of 30 pixel like that. So that one has been applied to the H1. The next one is the element P, which is showing which will act on this one. You see my code how it now right now it is because I've not opened the curly bracket and closed the curly bracket, and the code is clear now. I can be able to type. I'll use a what? I'll use a font family. I'll use a font family of Arial. Arial is the most common one. Arial. If the browser doesn't have Arial, automatically it will select this one, and if it doesn't have Arial or this one, it will go to the third one, which is sans serif. There is no way a browser will lack those font family or those font types. The next one that I want also to give it is a color. Let's give it a color. Color of, can give it green, can give it even green, can give it green. Let's test our code. This is our code. It is internal. So I'd go to the folder, open this one to Google Chrome. The first one is not being shown. There is an error. Let's first of all debug that. Font size, I think because of color. Let me use a different color. Like that. H3. Let's test and see if it is there. There is an error. Let me see. P. This is. Where is the error? First of all, let me remove everything here. Let me remove everything there and see if first of all it is appearing without the CSS. Is it showing? Yeah, it is showing. Now it is upon me it is upon me to. So let's first of all try a color. Can use this one first of all, save and test, see if it is changing. Yeah, it is changing. What else did I want to give it a font size or style. Let's give it a style, not a, and give it a style of italics. Give it a style of italics. Yeah, it is working. It doesn't matter where you put it, even if it is down here, it will work, or the first one, it will work. And I've shown you how to tackle an internal CSS. Sometimes it is good to get these errors. I understand why I was getting that error, because I was giving it I think it is a font. Was it the font? There was something that font size, and they have already said it is what, H3. That's why it was not working. That's what they say. It could not be able to work. I'll go to the last one. Which we call external CSS, and I'll take a lot of time here. External.html, straight to what we have normally done. I'll also create another file here and call it main.css. So this is the external CSS document. Now before I code on the CSS, let me first of all say this is external CSS. Let me link our CSS. You just write link like that, and inside here you write the name of the file, and the name of the file is main.css, and it has already been linked. As you can see, there is another in there. Even if you click there, it will take you direct to that page. Now another thing that I want to discuss, if this main.css was inside another folder, we ought to include the folder there with the name that maybe it was in a folder called like that, DASA. It has to be included like that, so that it can be able to be accessed by our HTML. Now I will work first of all with the body. Body is always there. I will put h1, say welcome coders corner, like that. Then I'll add a p tag. I'll not work so much, just for the purpose of explaining. This is a paragraph. This is a paragraph showing external CSS, which is applied or implemented from an external CSS file. And remember, we said this is the best practice for the purpose of maintaining a website that has so many pages. So we will work on selector as body selector, h1 selector, and p selector. There will be 3. So I'll go straight here and declare our selectors there. So we start with the body selector, like that. You just type body like that, opening and closing curly bracket. Inside this one, I want to have a font family. Font family of, can use this one, but here I want to change to Arial, just in case Geneva is not found, it will get Arial because it is the most common one. The other one can miss in the browser. Then I want to give the whole body a background color. I want to give it a background color. I want to give it a very good background color of, let's try very different color using like this. You can see how you can even change it. Yeah, like that. The border would be there. Then you go to another selector. It was H1. In H1, we will put this declaration. The first property is color. I'll put it color red or green. Let me give it color red. I can change it to any color that I want. Let it be like that. Then I'll go to another one. And I'll go to another selector, that is P selector. Opening and closing curly bracket. I'll give it a color of green. Green. Yes. I will give it a margin of 20 pixels, like that. Let's save our work and see if it is working. Let's test and see if it is working. And you can see the 3 files. I said you will have, at the end of the day, we'll have 4 files. This is index, which has our inline. Then we have the internal. Then we have the last one, which is external. It is the one that we want to test. Let's test it and see how it behaves. Wow, and you can see the background color. You can see that the color is red, and you can see how it is applied. Thank you. I think we have gone through those three type of CSS. What I wanted to emphasize most is that the most important of all of them is the external one. And when you have the external one and you want maybe to change a bit for maybe a p tag somewhere, you can always use inline or internal one, and it will work. Even if you have the external styling sheet. Thank you for watching.